sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Matt Ryan and the defending NFC champions, the Atlanta Falcons. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They snap it at one. Now Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Off by Morris Claiborne.
No, check, Patriot.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go now.
This is Marlon Mack, the rookie from South Florida. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Petty now. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now Mack. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's Petty. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll be knocked down sideways. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On third down, it's Mack. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
They'll try to run with Forte. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it with Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do? Now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now, that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball. Put points on the board first and let everyone start to celebrate.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. They will run again with Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Third down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now a carry from Mack. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And he may want to track down that football, because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Drops it off for Coleman. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I think of Tevin Coleman as a really good combo back. He can run it, but in terms of being a 3rd down back, I think he ranks with the best in the league.
So good at leaking out of the backfield. Ryan finding him there for the Falcons first. And he's got room. Past the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that, because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all.
And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. He'll drop to throw. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Leopard! Gone! Leopard! No. Check. Patriot! Watching now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First and 10, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's 2nd down.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. To throw again, Ryan. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Let's go. 54, 20. Let's go.
Here's Coleman. And he is knocked down from the side at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So this will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So out now come the Jets. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Hurry up, him on now. Leopard. No, Jack, Patriot. Hurry up, him on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and get it with Forte. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll field this at the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out come the Falcons now. They begin the drive with Coleman. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the 1st half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Cat and 0 out now as he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Go, 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 run, run, run.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Buying time to his left. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Flush to his right. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A run by Mack to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Control. No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Mack. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
All right, now, look at 56. Here we go now.
And the back goes into motion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go deep for Forte. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Starts with a handoff to Coleman. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there,
of one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now Ryan on second down. Flushed out right. Fights him off. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Coleman on the toss. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game in the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Gabriel, the man in motion. Coleman, they find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
In motion is Austin Hooper. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. This is Coleman. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a handoff looking right. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Now they try the right side here. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Oh, and just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And to give this time to the tailback. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff looking right. A big hit. Knocked out sideways at the 22-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Back to throw. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and very short here, less than a yard. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dontari Poe in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Falcons, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.